Are you tired of investing into meme coins that bring no results, that are either stagnant or just completely dumb within a few days? Unlike any other crypto coins, meme coins are not a quick way to get rich. It's very unlikely that you'll be investing a few $100 into one cryptocurrency and then the next day it turns into 10, 100,000 or $1,000,000. It's very unlikely, guys. And meme coins are pretty similar to standard crypto coins. They require some time to hold. And of course, holding meme coins is extremely risky since they do not hold any significant value, right? That's exactly why we have to filter out the meme coins who have a thesis behind them, who have an investment strategy, who have an exit strategy, who have a working plan to make us money. And today I'll be bringing you a crypto meme coin that I have a thesis behind, that I have an exit strategy behind, and I overall think that it meets every criteria to make myself profitable long term in this crypto market, and I think will outperform the crypto market by a lot. Without wasting any time, let's get straight into it. The meme coin we'll be covering today is of course Andy, and there's a high chance you have probably already heard of Andy before because Max, the BDC guy, is shilling Andy, but it's on Ethereum chain. And the first thing I want to start at, if you have heard of Andy or if you know of Andy, well, the first thing I want to say is that Andy, of course, is yellow. And if you do not know what Andy is, let me just quickly explain it to you. Andy is one of the OG Boys Club members. Here you can see that I got this image straight from the Andy on Blast website. And here you can see that there's Andy, Brett, Wolf, and PEPE. And you can see that it's all from the Boys Club. And what do I mean by Boys Club? Well, it's Matt Furry's OG characters. And if you don't know what Matt Furry is, well, he's the creator of PEPE character, the meme coin who reached $3 to $4 billion in market cap and who started this season of meme coins. You definitely know what this is if you have been participating in crypto. But yeah, you can definitely see that Andy is one of the boys and is arguably one of PEPE's best friends. That's exactly why it's huge, why there's many copycats and why Andy exists on many chains, because there's such a huge thesis behind it. A meme coin who ran to $3.5 billion in market cap has friends in the space. Of course, which one of them is Brett, who ran to 800 million market cap. And then there are these two left, both on AVAX, and Andy on Blast, which we'll be covering today. And those are sitting roughly at 10 million market cap. So you can already imagine the potential, the immense profit that we're able to earn on these plays. If on the full bull run mania, PEPE goes to, let's say, $50 billion in market cap, can you imagine where Andy will be going? Andy on Blast, and I'll be explaining why I'm choosing Andy on Blast, but can you imagine where it will be going from $10 million in market cap? If PEPE basically 20x's, 10x's from here and has $10 million market cap, guys, it'll definitely be a $1 billion market cap play, and I'm definitely not fading this one. Going back to the board, here I want to show you my thesis for Andy on Blast. Closely correlates to PEPE, the yellow character on the yellow chain, top meme coin of the chain, last 100 million airdrop, founder is genius behind Blur. Sounds simple. Let's get straight into it. First, closely correlates to PEPE. I think we already covered this. Andy is one of PEPE's arguably best friends, and it closely correlates because it's in the Boys Club. Of course, there's a lot of competition on different chains for Andy, such as one on Solana, one on Base, one on Ethereum, and the competition is of course gathering out the liquidity from Blast, but it should not be faded. Why? Because it's the yellow character on the yellow chain. PEPE is green on Ethereum, Brett is blue on Base, Wolf is red on AVAX, and Andy should be yellow on Blast. We're covering the color narrative. And what I mean by that? Well, Brett is blue on the Base chain, and Base chain's logo is blue. Wolf is red on AVAX, and AVAX logo is of course red, and Andy is yellow on the Blast chain, where the logo is yellow. All of these meme coins are covering the color narrative, which I think market will find smart, which the market will find logical as well. And I think it's very likely that this must and will play out just because their characters should be on the chains regarding their colors. And I do not think that this sounds stupid, but perhaps the market has just not realized yet what this is all about. It's also the top meme coin of the chain. If we go ahead into the deck screener on the Blast ecosystem, we can see that Andy is one of the top meme coins on the chain, it being the second, of course, first being Pac-Man. Just if shy. Andy is just shy of $7 million in market cap. And if you don't know what Pac-Man is, and the Pac-Moon meme coin is basically ran from the narrative of the founder being named Pac-Man. So it's just a meme coin about Pac-Man, the founder. I honestly don't think that there's much narrative behind it, so I'm not really focusing on this. But I do think that there's a lot more potential on Andy just because it's very closely correlated to PEPE. And if PEPE runs, so will its friends on their assigned chains, it being Blast. And why do I think it will run? Well, because it's the top meme coin of the chain as well. And if you don't know, here's how the liquidity goes. When retail comes on the chain, let's say it will be Blast where Andy is based, the retail is going to distribute its liquidity across top meme coins of the chain, top projects of the chain. Basically, the liquidity will most likely be distributed into the safest picks, into the biggest picks, and into the picks who are most well known. And when, of course, someone will want to be investing in meme coins on the chain, they think they will be investing in something that's standing at 500k market cap, something that just popped up because there's a lot of liquidity flowing into market, into the chain. No, of course not. They will be distributing, of course, their liquidity into the top meme coins of the chain just because they are the safest picks. And once the top meme coins of the chain will be gathered, and once the top meme coins of the chain will be pumping, of course, some of that liquidity will then, of course, people will start to take profits, and that liquidity will be distributed into the top meme coin better place. It's very, very similar to what's happening with PEPE. Basically, a flow of liquidity went into PEPE, and then once people started to take profits from PEPE, they distributed that liquidity into better place of the meme. This being Brett, Lamb Wolf, Andy, just what I am talking about today. Andy, of course, is a better play to PEPE. It's much more lower in market cap, and it will be outperforming PEPE, of course, by a lot. And then the fifth and last point of my thesis, founder is a genius behind Blur. If you don't know what Blur is, well, it's basically a company which came into the NFT space and has disrupted it in a whole. It has taken over 70% of the NFT space. And of course, it's one of the most successful and well-known projects in the NFT space. And now what they are doing is they're creating their own layer 2 on Ethereum. And when you can basically come into the space of NFTs, when it has ran, when it has pumped, when there's a lot of companies already focusing on it, and take 70% of the space, gather all of the liquidity towards your company, 70%, guys, 70% of the whole NFT space. You must be smart, you must know how to do it, and you must know what are the steps to take in order to succeed in this. And one of the things I want to also show you guys is this AMA. If you want, you can just go ahead. I'll have the link down below in the description. Go ahead and watch it. Just listen to the guy. He's a genius. Even you can even understand it from the way he speaks, and he definitely knows what he is doing. And if people are smart in this way, if people know how to come and disrupt markets, well, I think they can not only do it with NFTs, but they can also do with layer 2s. And if the guy is a genius, I'm sure the history will repeat itself, and the Blast layer 2 ecosystem will be disrupting the markets as a whole. One thing that I forgot to mention in the sport is the $100 million airdrop from Blast, which of course very well correlates from our last point. When the guy is a genius, he knows that there's a good way. He knows that the best way to gather liquidity into layer 2 is hosting an airdrop. And this helps Andy a lot. One of the ways meme coins are succeeding in this space is through massive airdrops, because when an airdrop is announced, there's a flow of liquidity into the market, and where there's a flow of liquidity into the market, the liquidity is distributed through the top meme coins of the space. Such thing is happening with Base right now, where Brett is mooning just because there's a lot of liquidity coming into this chain, because people know that there's an airdrop coming. Same happened with Bonk on Solana, and the same will be happening with Andy on Blast. There's $100 million price airdrop coming into the network, and there will be a flow of liquidity, a flow of retail coming into the chain. And when there's liquidity coming in chain, the liquidity will be distributed through the top meme coins, top projects, such the things that I have mentioned before already. And this airdrop will definitely help taking Andy to the place where it deserves. Honestly, guys, there is not much else I can tell you in order to convince to buy this thing. Of course, not a financial advice, but you can already see how bullish I am on this personally, how bullish I am on the ecosystem, how bullish I am on the founder of Blast, and how bullish I am that we'll be going to the moon with Andy. It's also not something that I'm shilling because I'm promoted or I have found an opportunity to earn from it. I'm making a review on this just because I know that this will be outperforming the markets, and this will be outperforming top meme coins that you're probably investing into right now. Also, one thing that I want to mention is the copycats, the copies on Ethereum. If you know what I'm talking about, there's basically an Ethereum version of Andy, which is sitting at $100 million market cap, basically outperforming Andy on Blast. And what my opinions are of this? Well, I don't trust the project. I definitely see the Ethereum Andy version dying out soon, just because it was shilled by the top influencers who were shilling it just for the sole purpose of earning from it. They bought it at coin, pumped it up, and sold it for millions. Of course, it was a perfect execution by Max. He did very well on this, but I think it's a scam, and I think it just got pumped because of the influencers. It has no thesis behind it. The only narrative it was running on is because of the contract address, and I find it quite stupid because why would contract address mean anything, right? I think the thesis on Andy and Blast is much more justifiable, is much more smart, and just makes a lot more sense. But anyways, it's up to us to form our thesis. I'm not judging you if you're investing or choosing to invest in Andy and Ethereum. I think we got to stick to our thesis and we got to stick to our thinking in order to succeed. But this is my thesis for Andy and Blast, and I do think from the bottom of my heart that this will be the Andy which will succeed, and this will be the crypto meme coin which will be outperforming the markets. Thank you for sticking one more video out with me. Thank you for listening to me. I'm definitely eager to find out your thoughts about this video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like. It definitely helps me more than you can imagine. But yeah, that's a wrap for the video. Again, make sure to only invest what you are willing to lose. See you in the next one.